Hello there and welcome to this kind of special Elite FPL video. I'm literally just coming off the back of an Andrew Tate podcast. Now, not going to lie, I've never listened to an Andrew Tate podcast. I just know him by name, thanks to Jason ironically, and then I think Fantasy World Order is the one that brought him to my attention as well by saying, oh, you should listen to his stuff, blah 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 blah. So I eventually pulled the trigger and I said, I asked my brother, I just said, look mate, I said, can you recommend an Andrew Tate podcast where you think I should listen to maybe understand who this guy is and so on and so forth. And he basically said, yes, listen to the James English one, and it's his first episode he does with him. So I'm about an hour into it, and I'm blown away by how much he just basically talks like me. You know, obviously from his point of view, he's got millions upon millions of followers, subscribers, all that nonsense. I've got about 20 people that listen to the crap that I come out with. But it really is quite fascinating listening to this guy, and I'll be doing a Total Steve-O podcast about that. But I'm deliberately doing this video because number one, I just fancy coming out to central London. Did I say I was at Leicester Square? I don't know. Yeah, I'm at Leicester Square. I'm just going to take a walk, and you guys can follow me. This is where the XFM broadcast is. So where it says, no, it's not there. It's that way. Where it says global there, right there. That's where XFM used to be. So, but yeah, I was at home and I'm like, right, it's going to be a sunny day. I want to watch the Man City Arsenal game. I've got about 10 hours before that match starts. Fuck it, I'm just going to do a quick video, or however long I can be bothered to talk. So, last night, obviously, Jason streamed, and I saw Matty ask the question. Oh, by the way, I'm still wearing the same top. So Matty asked the question, what's it like watching your channel, but you're not in it? I've said this once, said it twice, said it 1,000 times. I personally really enjoy watching Jason streams. I think he doesn't agree because that's him doing it, but he doesn't realise how good he is from a interactive point of view. He doesn't realise that simple things like the music that he adds to the stream. So whether you're aware or not, he's got a Spotify playlist playing underneath his, do you know, I've always wanted to go there. The National Portrait Gallery. That and the, where's the other place I wanted to go? There's somewhere else. Doesn't really matter now. Maybe I'll do that another day. But yeah, Jason's got a music playlist. So when there's silence, when he's not speaking, it doesn't really matter because he's got music playing. And hold on a minute, there's about 1 million people recording. Honestly, I've just come off the Elizabeth line. There's about 400,000 people on that line. They must have all come from, well, I know for a fact they come from Heathrow. But yeah, Jason, when he goes quiet, he's got the music playing. And Jason will openly admit that he's not much of a talker, which is fair enough. And that music just stops the silence, basically. You then have the fact that his simple interactions with the chat, and by the way, I'm getting this is really weird, this is trauma now, because I'm now in an area where, in fact I'll show you, I'm in the area where I was delivering. This is mental. This is the area I was delivering for Tesco, so I'll show you exactly where I was delivering in a minute. That'll be fun. So yeah, when Jason's doing the streaming, his interaction with the audience is absolutely outstanding. Like, it legitimately is. phenomenal. People that follow me on Twitter, you understand this reference, right? Yep, there it is, good old Trafalgar Square. My trauma. So I'll deliberately, what I'll do is I'll cross the road to show you where I was. So I was sent here to do a delivery, and I think I did a couple of deliveries around here, but I was sent here to a delivery, and as you can imagine, the sat-nav didn't have a clue where I was going, and so on and so forth. So I had to park up somewhere. Now, it's a Sunday, the traffic is dead. There's nothing here. But on a weekday, it is absolutely heaving. Again, if you follow me on Twitter, you will have seen the videos, blah, 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 blah. So I was parked all the way over there. So you see where that, I'll zoom in. See where that is over there? Right over there. If it zooms in even more, may help. So right over there, where that pillar is, I was parked beyond that. I was just beyond there, okay? Without realising, I didn't know where I had to go. So I had to go in that building and find out if I get a shot of the giant horse there. But yeah, I didn't realise where the destination was, where I had to go. So I basically went into the building, found out from the security guard where I was supposed to be going, and he told me, oh, you need to walk in the direction I'm going now. So I got the I think it was 5 trays, I think it was. I think it was 6 trays total, but it was 5 trays that I had, but I condensed it down to 4 to make it easier. So I'm thinking, Jesus Christ, well, there's no way I could park anywhere in this place. I'll tell you where I'm going to go, because now, because of my driving experience, I can walk down towards Buckingham Palace and Parliament and all that nonsense, even though that was the plan anyway. But yeah, so I realised where this place was, and I'm thinking, Jesus Christ, this is absolutely ridiculous. So I came here to this hot dog stand, and I asked the geezer, the fucking geezer, I asked him, just of interest, do you know where this building is? And he went, you're in luck. It's literally just here. So right behind the hot dog stand, we have this building right here. So once I switch the camera around, so this building here, a very large building and everything. So I went inside, and the bloke said, look, we don't accept deliveries here, blah, 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 blah. So I'm thinking, okay, fair enough. Where do I need to go? So, as I just get a quick long shot of the old, I wonder if that will come as a thumbnail. Me in front of Trafalgar Square. So, yeah, he told me, you can't park here. You're going to have to park somewhere else. Do I risk running? Yes, no, fuck it, I'm going to go. So he told me, no, you're not going to have to leave here. You need to go to the loading bay. And I'm like, right, well, where the hell is the loading bay? When he said, you need to go outside and go this way. So we're walking along here, come through here. I'm plodding along, and hey presto, I had to go down here. Right down there. Now my sat-nav obviously didn't take me down here, or the back end of this. No, why would it? It decides to take me, like I said, just basically where the postcode is, because these individuals, like I said, when you're delivering in central London, they don't give you exact locations, they don't give you details, they give you anything. They just give you an address, that's it done. So you've got to be the poor bastard that's got to search for these premises. So basically, this door here, this simple door here, well, they open the shutter, but you get the idea. Just mental. And what's this got to do with Jason's stream? Do you know what? I can't even remember. But the point being, going back to Jason's stream, was that he's so good at interacting with you guys, the audience, and the way he speaks and his setup is so fucking good that me, as a member of the Elite FPL community, just sitting there watching a guy making sure, yeah, got to get the angles right. Oh, you missed it. Damn, can't just take a normal picture of you in the moment. You've got to stand there, pose. Fuck me. So grim. Yeah. Jason's just going through his thought processes of building his fantasy football team. That for me, I'm just like genuinely engaged in everything he's doing. I'm just fascinated by it all. And I'm watching this going, well, here's my rival. He's my closest rival. He's somebody that I want to see what he's doing with his team. But obviously I had the knowledge, no one else did, that I'd already done a video predicting what he was going to do. And people would have seen the video and would have seen that I pretty much got, I think, barring Garnacho, I got it bang on. Because I never thought in a million years Jason would even consider Garnacho. And I really don't think Jason is going to be going with Garnacho. Oh, look at that. Woo-hoo. Woo-hoo. Beautiful. Fucking hell. So I never in a million years expected Jason to go with Garnacho, but I did expect him to go with the 4-4-2 with Salah and Haaland in his team, because like I say, he's somebody that is wanting to go with Salah for definite to start with, and Haaland for absolute 100% guaranteed. And it's the one, and we will get into my predictions in a minute on my points, because remember, the one thing I pride myself on is my predictions. So I got the team set up right, but he went with a 3-5-2 rather than a 4-4-2. But again, I reiterate, he won't be going with Garnacho. And when I was watching this, I was thinking, so when Jason does a team, I always look at his team first. And normally I'm like, oh Christ, he's got this player, he's got that player. Yesterday I'm like, nah, don't really care. I think from my personal perspective, I've got a slightly, well, I say a slightly better team. It's not better, it's just the same. Our teams are virtually identical. The only difference is that he's gone Salah ahead of Fernandez, and he's gone Jackson instead of Watkins. That's it. Now, interestingly enough, in my predicted points, those two are very, very close. In fact, truthfully, they are pretty much, oh, it's further down. Oh, I thought I cut through all that. No, I didn't. I'm approaching St James's Park. So as you can see down this road here, which you won't be able to now, but there is the, I keep wanting to call it the Eiffel Tower, Trafalgar Square. Let's just call it the Eiffel Tower. So, yeah, I'm predicting with Jackson and Watkins to get very, very similar points. And as I keep stating, I'm personally somebody who prides myself on my predictions. And in my sheet of paper I've got, which is in my backpack, I've got predicted points for the players that I've got fear of missing out. So I've got my starting 11 that I've got right now, my 3-5-2, predicted all their points, and I will be going through it in a minute. I just need to find a bloody chair to sit down with. And then once I've done, then I did my predicted points for my starting 11. Then I wrote down the players of FOMO, the players I'm genuinely wanting / making sure, or more specifically, the players that I'm wanting or I'm fear of not having. And it's FOMO. And to be fair, looking at the maths and everything, it's not that much as we're just approaching a very busy area. Spin the camera around. This is obviously a very, 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 very famous area in London. Oh yeah, what's so famous about it, Steve-O? Don't know. But I do find it magnificent looking at these people. I can't believe she's there though. That is incredible. Yeah, it's got on, bite her. Bite her. Shouldn't be allowed that close. That is magnificent. I do find it absolutely fascinating, these individuals have to sit there like this. It genuinely does amaze me. these individuals like this. Go down to Downing Street, but you can't wait for that. What if there'll be a protest today? So, yeah, I've got a list of players that I've got fear of missing out. It's only, I think, about 9 players total. It's not really that many, to be honest with you. Look at that, fantastic. There's the Andrew Tate coming out of me. You are aware this is going out on Elite FPL? Yes. You are aware it's supposed to be talking about fantasy football? Well, and do you know what I was thinking today, actually, when I was on the Elizabeth line? I was thinking, again, I go back to that point I was saying in the video the other day. I just wish other content creators did shit like this. Just Andy walking down past Buckingham Palace or whatever, and just going through his thought processes as he's just chatting absolute nonsense about it. It would fascinate me. Anyway, so yeah, with going on Jason's team and everything, I called it. I did say that I have a very, very high regard for other members of the community, and with Matty especially, who it would appear has got a very, very, very good pedigree regarding fantasy football, you know, high ranked finishes, and he is an individual who's going with a 3-5-2 himself. He has taken my advice, would you believe, and has gone with Jackson instead of Pedro, and downgraded whoever it was to accommodate Jackson. I think that's the perfect move. I'm not interested in Brighton. Brighton are a clusterfuck. They're too... You know, it's amazing how many police are around it, and that's being allowed to get away with those muppets on those motorbikes. Here we are, Downing Street. In fact, I may as well just spin the camera around. There we are, a guy kicking off, screaming. Well, it's not screaming, is it? Is that screaming? Is it screaming? There it is, there's Downing Street. Great. So, yeah, the team that Matty's got is exactly the same as what Jason's got. And I'll be real with you here. The predicted points that I've gone with, I'm really, really tempted with going with Salah myself, because sadly, I do think that, and if I just spin this camera around just to show you how close Westminster right there, so it's just there basically, it's not much distance at all. So that my predicted points for Salah is quite high, to the point of where I'm like, hold on a minute here, I have to seriously consider whether or not is another motorcyclist. It's a motorbike rally today around London. But yeah, I'm seriously considering going with Salah, because the Bournemouth game is an opportunity in which many, many people will take serious advantage of if they have Salah or a Liverpool asset, but mainly Salah. I'm only banging on about Salah because, don't get me wrong, I think that even though he's still going to continue doing exceptionally well for Liverpool, for obvious reasons, he's got better players around him. The players that they've got in last season are going to be more suited to the system, etc., etc., the likes of Gakpo, Núñez. I mean, Jota fitted in perfectly, like a perfect jigsaw piece, but you got the likes of, like I say, Jota, Núñez, Gakpo, all slotting in, which means that he's got more people to create for. I do think, though, that Salah's going to be getting more assists this year than goals. What do you base that on, Steve-O? Nothing. It's just my opinion. I just think that with the amount of players that he can create for now, and the fact that there is going to be a lot of interchange in between positions and stuff, I really do think that Salah's going to be getting more assists than goals. He's still gonna get double amount of double figure goals, probably double figure assists this year. But I just don't feel as much as there we go. Shot of Big Ben there. Why not? Second I do that, the bus goes by. Yeah. By the way, I am trying to find a chair. You know. This is just going to go on and on while I'm waffling until I can actually find somewhere to sit down on. But yeah, I just don't see the. Let's go that way. I just don't see the fact that Salah is going to be spreading those assists and goals more across the season. And those goals are going to be coming sporadically, within reason. I mean, don't get me wrong, against the likes of Bournemouth, Burnley, Luton, etc. Oh, you've got to own him. But yeah, I don't know where I'm going with this. But certainly, I just want to find a bloody chair, just so I can pull out a piece of paper. Thing is, I know this area quite well. And if I go down there, that's where normally the BBC News present from, and a lot of the. Oh, there we are. There's Big Ben dinging. If you can hear it. Yeah, you got to wait, mate. It's a red light. Again, this is an FPL channel, but this is just mental. Let's get in the atmosphere. Yeah, going back to Jason's team, I think that got to do a professional video. Yeah, let's get a shot of these people. Got to set up a stand, a pathetic stand to be popular. Yeah, got to put this. Got to do a choreographed video. Can't just enjoy the moment again. It's fucking tragic. It really is fucking tragic. Yeah, going back to Jason's team, the only player in his team I worry about is Salah. Foden? Did he end up with Foden in the end? I think he may have done. Do you know what? I can't even really remember now. But he certainly is. Oh yeah. Yeah, certainly Foden is a player who I have got in my FOMO list. I generally do. But the thing with Foden is that I have to caveat if I just spin you a shot of the. I mean, I am in tourist central here. I mean, ironically, the bridge I'm about to walk across is infamous for pickpockets and scammers. How do you know that, Steve? Just a very close friend of mine told me this. Fuck me. On the list of my FOMO is going to be Foden. But I have to caveat every single player on my FOMO. Well, I say every single player. Foden is one of those players who isn't guaranteed to start. Jackson, he is. Yeah, I would say Jackson is guaranteed to start. And they got those strikers, have they? And I think that this is going to be a nightmare. How many? Look at this. It's just a wall of people. This is just. I don't actually like coming down here, to be honest, because for this reason it's just too busy. I try and avoid. I'm just deliberately doing this video for a laugh. A laugh? What, you think it's just funny, do you? Yeah. Yeah. Here you go. Get it. There you are. I'll do the Simpsons line. Beautiful, isn't it, Marge? Not really. Fuck's sake. This is mental. I'm just going to deliberately put the. I can't move. Like I say, I can't stand this. I fucking hate it. All I'm trying to do is find a chair, a seat to sit on, just to pull out. Again, say the line, Steve-o. Pull out a piece of paper just to go through my predictor points, because that's all people give a shit about. You're watching the premiere. Like I've seen the comments. So this is the funny thing about, like, what I love about because Jason doesn't deal with any of the comments and stuff on the social media. That's all down to me. And basically, some of the comments I see, I just find it so pathetic that people feel the need, I mean, you could apply this to anything, feel the need to say things like, why don't you just talk about fantasy football? What's this, literally, what's this got to do with fantasy football? I don't care, right? Don't watch. If someone's forced you at gunpoint to watch these proxy videos, I understand, but they're not. You're just on your shitty little phone or on a TV, and you've chosen to watch a video of an individual who the majority of people know the context. Anyway, whatever. So, yeah, look at that. I mean, I give a shit. It's, in fact, down that area, it's fucking shocker block. That's quite a good shot of me actually there. With Big Ben in the middle. Big Ben, yeah. Fucking hell. So, yeah, I think certainly going into this, we've got what? Less than 6 days. And obviously by the time you've watched this, you'll have known the Man City result. They'll have had a what's my prediction for the Man City game? I think, so remember this is a prediction by the way. I'm recording this at Big Ben, so Big Ben. Whatever that time says there. We're all digital now. But I think that Man City will edge it, but 1-1 goes to penalties, or whatever the stipulation is. 2-1 either way, mainly in our Man City's favour. But Man City have got a really, really, really good record against Arsenal, so I'd probably way favourite in Man City's favour for obvious reasons. But no, I'm like I say, we're just several days away from the kickoff of the game and everything. I'm going to try and sit. Keyword being try. It looks like there's some benches that I can get on. I'll just jump over the wall. I don't care. This is just, I just need to sit down now because I'm even boring myself talking about this. So yeah, I think that certainly with several days to go, a lot of people are going to be making their final basic decisions on their teams and everything. And as I keep banging on about, I'm pretty much set with my team. I don't really, it's just like the odd player here or there that I'm not particularly happy with per se. Johnston of Crystal Palace is one of those particular individuals. Am I allowed down there? Mind yourself. Is it mind yourself, darling? Mind yourself, darling. Yeah, wait until you get behind you. Can I sit there? I think I can. Fuck it. Yeah, so I'm surprised it was an English person as well, from London. So yeah, there are certain players in my team that I'm just really a bit unhappy with. Like I said, Crystal Palace is Johnston for one. Who else is in my team? Am I really trustworthy of Fernandez? Again, from a safety point of view, probably just. I think I can get in there. I think I can get in there, lads. We're a smoke-free zone. So yeah, I think Fernandez is somebody that maybe I could potentially go without. Unlikely, but my team predominantly is going to be template. I know that much. Yes, I can finally sit down. Right, I'm going to deliberately pause this for a second, and then you'll see me sat down in 2 seconds recording this. Right then, I've got a nice spot that I can sit in. There's no one here as well. That I'll show you. Yeah, so here's the piece of paper. Here's the piece of paper I've been banging on about for the past 30 minutes, speaking absolute waffle, trying to get myself through it. Couldn't you have just sat down and just told us? I could have done, but whatever. But here we go, my predicted points. I'll put that in the comments below. Just skip to 30 minutes and you'll find out the predicted point. So my predicted points for, and this is realistic predicted points for the players that I've got in my team. So in game week 1, I've gone with Johnston to keep a clean sheet against Sheffield United. For me, I always find that there's always one promoted club that people have to target / just have expectations of winning, but they just lose like 1-0, 2-0. I remember, in fact, the Turfcast reminded me of when we were promoted under Dyche and we had Stoke the first game, and we were all thinking, do you know what, we could get a point. We lost 2-0. We were all just thinking, brilliant, is this what the Premier League's all about, is it? Yeah, it's the simple answer. So I just have a feeling Crystal Palace are going to nick that 1-0. But that game, honestly, 1-0, 1-1, maybe 2-0 Crystal Palace, maybe 2-0 Crystal Palace. So yeah, I'm just going with a realistic outcome, give or take, of Johnston 6 points. By the way, I will say this, I'm not predicting bonus points. You can work that out for yourself. I'm just doing attacking returns or clean sheets. Chilwell against Liverpool, I'm going 1 point. Shaw, 6 points against Wolves. John Stones, based on him starting, which again, he is certainly a player I'm going to be watching out for in the game today. See how he performs along with Foden. Him and Foden are on my watch list, or should be my watch list. He's on my watch list, but I'm going 2 points because I do expect us to score against Man City. Although again, if that game ends 2 or 3-0, like our game yesterday where we lost 3-0 to Mons, I would not be surprised. So actually, 6 points could be a realistic target, but certainly I'm going with 2 because I expect us to score. But Fernandes, just going to give him assist against Wolves. Saka, I'm going a goal and an assist, so that's 10 points. Eze, assist against Southampton. Rashford, I'm going to say he's going to score against Wolves. We've got Watkins, 2 points against Newcastle, he's going to get nothing there. Haaland, 6. I'm going Haaland just to score a goal against us, even though people are thinking, oh, he's going to get a hat-trick. He's not going to get a hat-trick. If it was at Etihad, slight difference, but it's not, because it's at Turf Moor. I'm just going to go with a simple goal. Now then, in game week 2, yeah, this is how long this is going to be. Johnston, I'm going 2 points. Chilwell, 5 points against West Ham. I do think that Chilwell may get a simple return in that, an assist in this case. Shaw, I've gone with 1 point against Tottenham. I can see that game being a 2-2, 3-2 either way, 3-1 either way, something like that. Based on what they were saying on Planet FPL, it's sounding like that could be a Tottenham team. They're going to be absolutely tanking it over the next several games. It doesn't sound like this new Tottenham manager likes defending. So I'm going 1 point for sure. Stones, another 2 points. Because it's against Newcastle, I'd expect Newcastle to score in that game. Fernandes, 5. I mean, ironically, I expect Stones to start the Newcastle game and rotation risk against Burnley. So 2 points. Fernandes, 5 points. Again, I'm just averaging it out based on realistic outcomes. I expect him to get an attacking return against Tottenham, so I'm just going with an assist. Saka, I'm going with 2 points against Crystal Palace. From what I remember, Saka away from home wasn't that great last year. It was only a bit like Rashford. So I'm just going to go with the 2. It's going to be a tight game, that as well. 1-1, 2-1 Arsenal, something like that. So tight game. Eze, 5 points. Martinelli, 2. Rashford to score against Tottenham. Watkins to get 2 goals against Everton. I do expect Aston Villa to win quite comfortably against Everton. I'm probably going to predict like 3-0, 3-1. And I expect Watkins to come out of it quite good. And then Haaland, 6 points. Game week 3, we're only doing 4 game weeks, by the way. Game week 3, I'm going Johnston to get 3 points. Chilwell, 6. Shaw, 6. Stone, 6. Fernandez 5. Here we go, it's all the 5s. Saka 7. Eze 2. Martinelli 5. Rashford 12. Because again, I expect Rashford to do some things against these teams at home. So Nottingham Forest in this case. Watkins 6. Haaland 10. Game week 4. Johnston was 6. Chilwell 9. Shaw 2. Stone 6. Fernandez 2. Saka 7. Eze 7. Martinelli 7. Of all the places they want to do that, they sit here, they've got the whole of this garden free. And they have to do that right directly behind me. Fuck me. Yeah, Martinelli 7, Rashford 2, Watkins 2, Haaland 10. So basically the totals are, over 4 game weeks for these particular individuals, Johnston 17, Chilwell 21, Shaw 15, Stone 16, Fernandez 17, Fernandez 18, Fernandez 17, Saka 24, Eze 19, Martinelli 19, Rashford 28, Watkins 18, Haaland 32. Now then, the players I'm genuinely seriously concerned about regarding FOMO. So, we've got Onana. I'm expecting him across the first 4 fixtures 6-3, 6-3. Ramsdale 6-3, 6-3. Estupinan, I'm going with 6-2, 2-2. Salah's the big one now. And bearing in mind we've got Onana, Ramsdale, Estupinan, all guaranteed starters. Oh, Trent Alexander-Arnold. I've gone 5 because I expect him to get attacking returns against Chelsea. 5, 9 points against Bournemouth. 2-2. Salah, here's the big one. 7-10, 7-7. Foden, obviously the rotation risk, but I'm just going to assume that he's starting each game. I'm going with assist, goal, assist, goal. So 5-7, 5-7. Again, that's based on if he starts every game. Atoma, not great for the popular one. 5-2-2-5. I'm not really interested in Matoma whatsoever, to be honest with you. I'm not going to show you what I've just looked at there, but that's terrible. Wow, that's pretty grim. Maddison's a player that could potentially go off. I've gone with Maddison I've gone with 5-5-5-5. I'm just expecting an average across 4 games, an average of 20 points, which means, you know, in this case an assist a game, but it could mean blank 10-10 or whatever the maths works out to be. Son, I've gone with 2-7-7-10. I missed out Matty Cash for the defenders. Matty Cash I've gone with 2-9-6-2, but again he's another one, potential rotation risk. Jackson, now there's a thought process here regarding Jackson. Simply put, I'm seriously considering having him for game week 1 and then swapping him to Watkins for game week 2. That is genuinely what I'm seriously thinking of doing. It's either that or go with Gakpo/Nunes for Bournemouth and then jump on Watkins for game week 3. But Watkins again could be that player that I would fear of missing out. But this is the key thing. Jackson I've gone with 6-2-6-6, which actually works out 2 points better off than Watkins. The problem with Jackson, as I already said, is that potentially he is a rotation risk. When I say rotation risk, he's an 80% to 85% chance of starting. Let's get real here, let's not mess about. Sorry, is this person this dead to take pictures? of flowers there. No flowers anywhere else you live other than here. Don't get me wrong, when I'm walking past the doctors and I see some really nice roses that I can get tattooed on me, I'll take a picture, but I don't need to fucking do what this guy's doing. What are you doing? Like, how many pictures do you want to take of the same flaming roses? Yes, I've got a problem with people. It's fucking weird. Who are you going to show it to? Anyhow, so yeah, and then Harry Kane, I've gone with 6, 6, 6, 10. So the totals are for Onana versus Johnston is 18. Both of them, Onana and Ramsdale, 18 versus 17. Nothing. 1 point in it. Estupinan, I've gone with a total of 12 points. Whereas for Chilwell, Shaw and Stones, 21, 15, 16. Trent Alexander-Arnold, I've gone with 18, so that beats out Stones and Shaw, but then again, what midfielder am I getting? Cash, I've gone 19 points, and again, he is somebody that I really do fear. Salah, 31 points. So that's the highest scoring midfielder that I'm predicting. So we've got Saka, 24 points versus 31. Rashford, 28 points, who's the closest rival. But still Salah, who's a captaincy option, 31. Then Foden, I've gone 24 points, but again, bearing in mind he's not a guaranteed starter, you may be able to knock off 6 points from that. Matoma, just the 14. Son, here we are, animations, 26. Maddison, 20. Jackson, 20. 20 versus 18 for Watkins. Kane, 28. And yeah, there we have it. So, like I say, I do pride myself on my predictions. I really do. I really, hold on. Yeah, I really do pride myself on my predictions, and I think within reason, if I'm going with my own, like I said, my score predictions as well. Like I say, Man United to beat Wolves. Well, yeah, but that could be anywhere between 1 and 3-0. It ain't going to be any more than 3 goals. If it is, great. I've got 2 attackers from their team and an attacking left back. We then have the likes of Man City against Burnley. So, again, I'm predicting 2 or 3-1 Man City. It could be 2 or 3-0. What am I expecting Haaland to do? Well, like with any alien out there, you can predict anywhere between 1 goal, 2 goals, or all 3 goals. I'm personally just thinking, worst case, 2 goals. Worst case, 2 goals. I don't see him getting a hat-trick. The likes of Kane and stuff, you know, again, an average of a goal a game. He was just constantly keeping up with Haaland last season. I don't see why that can't be the case this time round. Plus, he's in a very, very attacking team, so I'd expect, once again, Kane to continue this. You can get one there. Kane to continue with his average of a goal a game. And then, like I say, you've got to be realistic with these predictions here. So in game week 1, Arsenal against Nottingham Forest, I'd predict 2 or 3-0, 2 or 3-1. Maybe if they really want to go for it, 4, maybe even 5 goals for Arsenal. So you can't really not go without Arsenal attackers, certainly. Who else is there that's a potential contender for whatever? I can't even think. Oh God, look at this. Tragic. Yeah, anyway, I just find, honestly, this is why I can't wait to do the Andrew Tate the reaction to Andrew Tate. Jesus fucking. Look at that. Beautiful, isn't it? Yeah, so I don't think this is a way out. I don't think this is a public way. I'll just continue walking. Yeah, so I've just got to be a realist when it comes to my Premier League predictions and just think, look, Chelsea, as I keep staying at home to Liverpool, I do expect that to be 3-2 either way. But if it ended 1-1, now there's like a million there is. Yeah, if it ended 1-1, would I be surprised? Not really. Not really. In the score predictor game, if it becomes available, I will be predicting 3-2 to Liverpool. That's what I'd be predicting. But as a safety option would be 1-1. And yeah, like I say, I do pride myself on my predictions, and I just think that barring Salah, I'm pretty confident with my team selection, with my 3-5-2. Again, today is just basically, do I want Stones in my team or not? Just see how he performs. And if it's not Stones, it will probably be potentially Gabriel in and then Anana in. I don't know, but that is potentially what I could do. But of course I've got Luke Shaw, I've just realised. So yeah, anyway, I'm going to leave it there. That's been 45 minutes of possibly some of the shittest content you'll ever see, or some of the best, who knows. I'm going to leave you with this guy here, whoever it is. It's probably a sign for it. No, there isn't. And I'll see you guys later. I tell a lie, I'll advertise tomorrow. Me and Jason, of course, are going live tomorrow for the Monday night calling. Completely forgot about that. So me and Jason will be live tomorrow evening for the Monday night calling. Alex Vollo has come up with an idea that I sent to him regarding the fact that, look, I'm kind of wanting to go down. You won't even understand this reference if you're not a wrestling fan. You won't understand this reference. But you know how the NWO for life. The NWO, they were the outsiders to the WCW. They wanted to change things up and everything be different. Well, that's kind of how me and Jason are, aren't we, in the fantasy football world? We're different. I kind of wanted Alex Vollo to extraordinary scene there. Yeah, I kind of wanted Alex Vollo to kind of capture that. So he came up with a thumbnail. I've used it. You'll have seen it as the scheduled thumbnail and everything. But certainly, I wanted him to capture that NWO style graphic that they've got. The problem is, of course, is that, as I explained to Alex, it just looks too Halloween-y, unfortunately. But he's going to come up with the ideas, and I've already said to him, like, some of my favourite thumbnails that he comes up with. And I've shown him the ones as the examples that he's done before. And yeah, so now I am going to clear off, and I will leave you with a perfect shot of Westminster, Big Ben and all that. See you later.